Hello everyone, how are you? Hope everyone's doing fine. So, last week, Monday, we had a road trip. Me and my friends, we went to a place which is 500 kilometers from here, where I am, Saskatchewan. We had a great journey, 1000 kilometers up and down. But on the other side, we had so many problems also. And we learned a lot. We learned a lot of things. So today, I'm gonna talk about the things you should know before going on a road trip in Canada. Hey guys, I'm Karan Creations. Let's start. So if you already watched my last video, you should know that we went to a place which is on the border of Canada and USA. The name of the place is Valley of Thousand Devil. Very beautiful, heavenly place, and we had a lot of fun. And if you didn't watch, you can watch it. You can follow the link above and you can go to the video. First you can watch it and you can have the idea how the place is, how it looks, and what are the difficulties to go around, check everything. And like, if we talk about the fun we had, I can't express in it like in the words. But if you talk about the problems we faced, and how much scared we were, it's not about the climbing. Some of you might know, like, who already watched it. It's the place where like there are high and lows, the mountain. Actually, those are not the actual mountains. The land we were walking on, it was the surface of an ocean, if we talk about millions years ago. I'm gonna start from the beginning, when we were in the car and we were like close to the place, approximately like 50 kilometers, sorry, not 15. When we reached at a certain point on a highway, valley already started. The valleys up and down, the everything, those areas already started like 100 kilometers before. Not 100, I can say 70-80 kilometers. So we were started seeing those highs and downs, everything, and it was beautiful. But then there's a point came where our Google map, I'm talking about the maps, my first point is maps. So the one thing I'm gonna tell you, that if you are an iOS person, you use iPhone, the place we went, there is no place on iOS map of that name, Valley of Thousand Devil, no place at all. So that thing is like, show us how old is the map of iOS is. Company is not updating the places, anything, and that's a provincial park for like hundreds of years, not a new park, and it's still not on the iOS maps. Even I have an iPhone, I was using Google Maps. And be sure to download a Google Maps while you go on a road trip. But if you are having a Google Maps, don't put all of your trust on that, because Google Map also sucks. And what happened with us, so there was a point came and we were on this highway and there was a turn, like a big highway, and there was a turn in front of us. And what our map was showing us, like, to go straight. In that area, there was only one highway. As I told you, the valleys already started like 70-80 kilometers before. It was highs and lows, and there was a point where that road goes left, and our Google map was showing go straight. And that was the first problem we had. And what we were seeing while sitting in the car, uh, like off-road, there was a road, there was a way to go, like actually those areas were the like farming areas, so the tractors, the everything, the off-road. Thank God we had the SUV with us. Our car was SUV, but that road was off-road. And the thing, like the first thing we like really scared of, why in Canada, like we are going off-road while the highway is going this, and now we have to go off-road. We don't know what's coming next, what's coming in front of us, but that was the only way, because USA was like 15 kilometers, remains 50 kilometers from us. So we didn't wanted to like take a risk and go to the USA border and somebody's asking us question why you came. You know, I don't have any visa for a USA yet, so we took that chance and we went off-road. Okay, we followed Google Map and we thought, okay, that's the only way, because sometimes when you are in hilly areas, you know, that happens, because that's not guarantee like you will follow a concrete or like fully high road or like highway, something like that in a mountainous region. That's not a guaranteed. So you will say, okay, that's okay, we can follow off-road. Even I was ready to walk, but it was 12 kilometers and we had to return back in one day. Our journey was only for one day, so we put our car on the off-road and we followed the Google Maps, and we keep following it like for 15 minutes, and then the next problem came. Now this time it told us to go left. Before it was highway, we went on off-road. That's still a road. Even it's off-road, that's still a road. This time there was no road. It was a farm, someone's farms with all the, you know, protective barriers around it. And that point we were like, we are done. There is no place here. Even Apple Map is not showing. So I'll tell you what was the mystery behind it, why we were not seeing any kind of place nearby. Even I was like, I put the thing where's valley in my video if you already saw it, because that was our emotion, that was our feeling that time. Where is valley? We are in the farms, like we are in the middle of farms, nowhere, just one or two ghost towns nearby, no person at all. And now we were stuck at the point, there was no road ahead, that off-road finished, nothing going on straight, nothing going on left, and we were just like waited there for 5 minutes, and everyone was like so nervous, what's happening with us, there is nothing, nowhere to go. Then one thing came in my mind that, okay, the one thing we're gonna do, we're gonna look for a person, if we find one, because there was nobody nearby. And I told my friend Haley, she was with us for the first time, so I told her, Haley, pull back, let's go back and check for a person, like if we find any guy here nearby, local person, we can ask him where is valley, how to reach there. And the same thing she did, she pulled back the car, we going same way back, and then we saw another road going back right, and that right we saw another road going straight from that right. Going back to the right, we had to go to the left, but there was another going road. So I told Haley, why we don't check that road if we can go on that side. So we went on that road. It was taking us one turn, second turn, third turn, done. Again farm, finish, road finish. So it was like a roads for those farmers, made by their tractors or whatever, to reach their farm easily, as we have in our villages back India, the off-roads. So there was no place to go anywhere, like. And then same thing happened again. Same thought came in mind: look for a person, look for a local. So we started looking for a person, and there was one car we saw, one sedan. And then I suddenly told Haley to follow that car. That Haley, we should follow that car. We don't have any option. Just follow. And she started following that car. And that guy who driving that car, the sedan, he suddenly stopped. We saw he pressed the brakes. We saw red light. He suddenly stopped as he was seeing the side mirrors. He saw us, that somebody's following me. He suddenly stopped, and I told Haley, let's go fast. And we reached to him, and he asked us, where is Valley of Thousand Devils? He was lost, same as us. And you see him in the video, Christian. That was not the member of our crew. We were only 3 guys, me, Love, and Haley. We were 3 who planned the trip. Christian was another guy who got lost in that area. And first was Google Map. Totally done. The second thing happened to us is internet. I use Fido. My friend used Bell. And I think Haley is using Virgin or what? I think either Virgin and either Fido. Signal lost, everything's gone. SOS. No internet, nothing. And we were totally cut off from the internet also. And we were so scared that time that what's happening here? Now how we gonna go back? Because that's a maze we were stuck in. And Christian, somehow he was from Montreal. Thank God he was there. Our hope was on Christian, that he could do something, and his hope was on us, because we were in majority. We were 3, and he was like so happy to see us, that okay, there are people who are looking for the same place, which is on the internet, on the Google Maps, not on iOS map. So the only good thing happened with us, that Christian was using Telus, this American carrier company Telus. So he was using it, and he got 1 bar on his phone, just 1 bar. And I told him to search his home address and take a screenshot of the way back. So if nothing happen, we can go back to his place, stay there for 1 day, do something. He took a screenshot, and then we had to reach this place, because he came from like a 1.5 hour drive from that valley, but it was 7-hour drive for us. So we had to do something. So what I told Haley to, it was a farm, but there was nothing growing in those farms. Even like I don't know how to pronounce it, there was no structure in that farm which can show us that something is growing. It was totally rough, the farm. It was not properly like ready for farming purpose. Grass, everything was in. So the only thing I told Haley, or we discussed, that we're gonna drive straight, not left, because left we had the barriers and everything. That was something like private property, but straight, it was a straight area. So straight farm. I told Haley to drive straight. Let's see what happens. No internet, nothing. And We took the risk, we took the chance, and we drove straight. Now the third thing happened to us is the confusion. Maps, internet, carrier, everything's shut down. The third thing happened to us is the confusion, is the what we call like the fear of finding that place. Because actually what happened, I'll show you. So as I told you, we started seeing those valleys 70-80 kilometers before. So we were on this plain road from Moose Jaw to the border. Suddenly those valleys started, and we didn't notice that we are started climbing already. It was like so slow, but we were climbing slowly for those 70-80 kilometers, and we didn't notice that we already reached a surface which is high enough from the sea level. Those farms were like so much high, but it was all plain area we were seeing. No mountain, no valleys, nothing else. So the only thing we were seeing just farms. No, that was the fear we had. Where is the valley? Actually, where is the valley? So that was our third problem, the fear we had, because we didn't notice that we already climbed a lot of like above the sea level. And the name of the place is Valley of Thousand Devils. As like, I don't know how true it is, but as we know, like we used to say that angels lives in the skies and devils go in the earth, under the earth. So I think the name they gave, whoever gave this name to that place, that guy was amazing. Because the thing we didn't notice that those valleys were under us. We were looking in front of us, where's mountain? Nothing. But the thing actually, it was under us, below us. How? So as I told you, we climbed, we reached a surface. Then when we took the risk, we drove straight, and we saw this board: welcome to Canada's National Park, something like that, Canadian National Park or something. Welcome to the national park. And then we saw another scary boards: no park access. I thought we were on the wrong road again. No park access. Something like rattlesnakes, beware of rattlesnakes, and some other warnings. And we scared again. Fear. Third problem, we had a lot of fear because it was the first time we had this long journey. People go to Banff, people go to Jasper, and that's the journeys we are planning. But those are the straight highway journeys. This journey, this place, I don't know anybody in my friend list like known of this place, nobody. And then when we saw that board, from that board there's another little road starts, a cemented, fully concrete road. And we were so happy that somehow, I don't know how they designed that or what they were thinking that time when they made those areas, those roads, that you have to cross the farms or like off-road. How? I think this is the way they keep these valleys hidden. So no, like not everyone can go there. Still I don't have the words. The freshness over there, the air, I never felt so good. Like there was a fragrance in the air, and so pure, so fresh. And then we followed that road for 12 kilometers. That little road started when we saw that board. 12 kilometers, zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. And there was a one point when we turned and we saw a valley below us on the side of the car. like same as the hills when we see the mountains. And it was down. Oh my god, that experience, I will never forget that. But yeah, that one thing we missed, that it can be below us. So climb plain area, then you have to climb down as we did in the video. When you see it, you're gonna notice how how this is how it works. After 12 kilometers we reach a parking point. We parked our car, then I think almost 700 meters ahead there was those two chairs you see in the video. Those two chairs were there to sit and enjoy the valley, the scenery, everything. But yeah, the thing is, the things you should know before going to these kinds of places, especially the hidden ones, check the maps. If you have that place in both of the maps, so if one map is outdated, other one is updated. If you don't have the place in one map, research again. And the other thing you're gonna do, you're gonna download that map, the area, full area, offline mode. That we didn't do. We thought, okay, it's a Canada, it's not India, we don't have to worry about it. And the first thing, we lost our signal, and then it's done. You're gonna lost your signal in these kinds of places. Especially it was when we reached there, we suddenly got a message that welcome to USA. So it was a United States area more than Canadian area. We all got roaming charges there. Welcome to Canada, welcome to USA. Without a visa, we were on the USA, the area. The half of the valley is US, more than half of the valley is US's, and the other 40 or 30% valley is Canadians. So no borders in the valley, so you don't know when you're gonna put foot on the US land. The first thing, the maps. The next thing, contact a local person. When you are on a highway, when you are still seeing people, and you are 50 or 40 kilometers away from that place, stop your car, confirm with the local, okay, we are going to this place. Is there a different way to go, or we have to follow this road like this? That's the second thing you're gonna do. That's the same mistake we made. We didn't ask anybody. And then if you want to take a risk, just be prepared. We took the risk only because we had Christian, the Talus, we had just one bar, and we took the risk. Okay, now we had a screenshot or somehow, and we got the hope. We got one more, manpower with us. That's why we took the risk. Otherwise, I don't know what would we had done. I don't know. But yeah, the journey was amazing. But one thing for sure, when we're gonna remember this journey, we're gonna remember all those fears we had, because the area, as much you can see with your bare eyes, it was totally flat land, nothing. And in this kind of situation, you get stuck, and there was no going back, no going ahead, and you should be prepared for these kinds of things. We're gonna plan more journeys, but this time we're not gonna do the same mistakes we did. This was our first time, and yeah, guys, the maps is the main thing. That's the navigation, only navigation you have. You don't have any tour guide or somebody sitting in next to you, take this right. You only have this map. You're trusting that one application, and you don't even know when they updated that area last time. 10 years ago, 15 years ago, that area, the Google map was showing those roads, off-roads, those were all wrong. All wrong. It was showing go left into that farm, the private property. Yeah. So be prepared for these kinds of things, guys. Be prepared. You have lots of food with you, lots of water with you. We had water, we had cold drinks, we had lemonade. Lemonade is must. Lemon is must. That's a real energy drink. That's a real, like, mind opener thing. You have these kinds of active drink. Don't drink too much milkshakes like these kinds. That will make you sleepy in these kind of situations. You can't think properly. Yeah. And be prepared. And one thing I missed, very important, which we didn't know. And if the person one we met there, a geologist, if we didn't met that person, I think we should had done something wrong. So that thing is the things belongs to that site. So the Valley of Thousand Devils, people find dinosaur bones over there. And I was reading the reviews, they are still finding it, but we didn't know that you can't pick that bone, you can't touch that bone. And me and Love was planning to bring that bone back home. Thank God we didn't find any. We were so busy, like putting our step very carefully everywhere. Cactus was everywhere, so we were busy in that. We didn't focus on what's over there, was sitting over there. So, but we didn't know that you can't touch. And that geologist told us, if you touch that bone, just a touch, and if they find a fingerprint on this, you gonna go to jail and you gonna pay $50,000 of a fine, and jail also for 5 years. So be sure, guys, if you are going to an archaeological site like this, be prepared. Check the rules, contact a local person for sure. And yeah, subscribe for more, guys. I'm gonna let you know when we're gonna have another journeys and the things we faced over there also. Yeah, this was it. This video was must. Because if I'm facing that problem, I don't want anybody else to face in the future. So yeah, guys, be prepared, be safe, and till the next time, bye bye.